Hello everyone, I hope you're doing all right. Welcome everybody to Newcastle Fans TV. I hope you're doing all right. Hello Senchi in the chat there. Copper, rumour, Milcheck, clickbait 39 is fine. Yeah, there's loads of clickbait going about, but that's why we do this show. Welcome everybody. We're live as per usual on YouTube and Twitch, and we're going to have a look at some official news with the man on your screen there. And as ever, we are going to take a look at some bullshit transfer rumours, because that's basically what it is at the moment. And of course, we are going to look at a few different names that have been mentioned. Obviously, we'll talk about Lloyd Kelly in a second. We've got a couple of wingers in Olise and Madueke who have been mentioned. That strange Newcastle fan mentioning that they've heard the Bruno clause has been activated. We'll talk about that as well. And Martin Dubravka has had some strong words about his future. Again, we'll touch upon that. And a Brazilian wonder kid has been linked today as well. All in, it's actually quite a busy day for unusual. There's quite a few stories going on. Obviously, we will start with the big news there with Lloyd Kelly, which of course he has signed. Obviously, had his medical down in London yesterday. We were joking on about that, and that he didn't help his missus go up the stairs, you know, being smart, not getting in chat and stuff. Medical done his interview. I'm sure he's seen all of this, and obviously spoke about Newcastle being a big club, and he's obviously a southern boy. He's coming up north. He's going to enjoy the city life as well as the countryside, because the countryside's only like half an hour away from Newcastle, and then you're in the wilderness, which is absolutely fantastic. I love doing that myself. I take the dog out and about. Hello, Stapleton. L. Stapleton. I hope you are fine, pal, as well. But look, Lloyd Kelly has signed. It is a 5-year deal with the option of adding one on. Look, he spoke good things about the club, and of course, every new signing does. Look, we don't have to go through the carry on, but if you do want to get his shirt number, I think he's wearing number 25, I believe. But look, he's going to add competition to a back line, which, of course, we talked about the last few days with the injuries to Botman and Lascelles. There's a real chance that he might play a little bit more often than not this coming season. I'm going to call it this season. Shall we call it this season? Let's get on that terminology now. The coming up season. Of course, we've all got the Euros as well. I have said yesterday, I think the rumours will die down a little bit whilst we are at the Euros, because the ones that make up the stories are all at the Euros. Natural. That happens. But look, good signing, good squad player. Am I thrilled? I'm not going to go overexcited by it. But look, I hope he proves a lot of fans wrong. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he becomes a first-team regular. Easy for me to say. A bit similar to Dan Burn. I wasn't thrilled by Dan Burn. Look at him. He's a bit of a legend now, isn't he? In terms of on and off the pitch, and coming the left back and kept Matty Target out. We spent 50 million on him, Dan Burn. And then obviously he's looked much better at centre-back recently as well. So, you know, I've got to give Lloyd Kelly the chance to go out and impress with all. It's a good squad depth, and it's free. Do you know what I mean? You can't really grumble if it's free. He's a squad player. Great. Doesn't hit the bank, and obviously he'll join officially on the 1st of July, ready for the new, and I said financial year. It's not the financial year. That's April. In terms of the PSR/FFP that restarts for Newcastle on the rolling 3-year. Madueke, yeah, well, we'll talk about him in a minute. Very underrated. Yeah, I can see your comment there. And I wasn't thrilled by Gordon. What do I know? Gordon's a great example. Actually, fantastic example. You're spot on, Stapleton. Spot on. Great example. But we'll have a look at what Lloyd Kelly has said all about his transfer in and out, and obviously we've got, of course, a few quotes from the club's website, and obviously Kelly's obviously gone on to say how big the club is and how much it means to all the fans. I just want to hit the ground running and get to work. It's a big move for myself and the family. Of course, being down south is a bit different, but I think the city of Newcastle is amazing, and the contrast between city life and the countryside. It wasn't a hard decision for me to come here, working with the gaffer previously, so obviously he's got history there. I know what he wants from his players, and I know how his players play, and I think with that just makes sense with that. And I just can't wait to get started. Eddie Howe's gone on to say that he's very happy with this. He said he's really pleased to have secured Lloyd's signature. He's a player who's proven himself at Premier League level, and I'm certain he'll be a great addition as we prepare for the new season. Lloyd is a player I've admired since the early stages of his career. Alongside undoubtedly defensive ability, he brings versatility and leadership qualities that I believe will make him a great fit with our squad, and somebody our supporters will stick nicely to. Basically, he's gone on to say he's plenty of Premier League experience all under his belt, yes, and yet Lloyd's at the age where he can still develop. What's he, mid-20s? So he has a lot of potential, and I'm really looking forward to working with him again. So they were the quotes, which you can read on the club's website. So it's got a bit of a love heart theme to that quote, because got him over the line, and yes, it's done. So shall we give that a bit of a round of applause? So that's the first one through the door, and let's hope that there's many more to come. We'll have to wait and see. As I say, I think the transfer rumours will go down, and I'm pleased with that because it'll go quiet whilst the Euros is on. James, hello, James, back on the line. I've just missed you. I've just missed that. I think you've mentioned there that you've just literally said that you make a good point and that I've got to give him time. The defence was bad last year. We've signed a defender. Can't complain about that as well. Keep your comments coming in as well. Stu Mag says reaction of Bournemouth supporters on Kelly's positive for watching week in, week out. After all, happy to see a bit more pace in our back line. Yeah, there's a great video by the Bournemouth lads fan channel talking about Lloyd Kelly and what he's going to bring to us as well. And they believe that he'll go on and play for England, which is a big statement. And they said it will be in 12 months' time. So big call that, mind, because he's got to make himself a regular first before he gets in the England side. And England might have a new manager after the Euros. You just never know. Gamer says, shouldn't we be more worried about Eddie Howe taking the England job from the reports? That's going to happen. It's going to be Graham Potter. It's going to be Eddie Howe. As I was talking about this already, I think Eddie Howe, if Southgate goes naturally, will be tugging at the heartstrings. But I think it's too early yet. 2 year time might be a better scenario to say where Newcastle are at. I just think he's still in his infancy at the job at Newcastle. So he's done a really good job, I feel, taking him from, well, I don't have to complain his way. He's taking him from the brink of going down to Champions League football and harshly not getting European football this season despite all the injuries. But I think we've got a big season coming up, and I think Newcastle will finish top 5, barring the fact we've got no European football. And with the case of hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have any injuries, because we've been absolutely chaotic with them as well. Right. Next bit I want to talk to you about is this man on your screen. Michael Olise. What a talent, by the way. What a talent. Love to see him play. Love to have Eze. I'd love to have Olise at Newcastle. I mean, Palace are developing England players. They've got 4. Conor Gallagher used to play for Palace as well. They could have had even Mitchell as an outside bet as left back. They've got a lot of England players, haven't they? What a talent he is. And if he was to come, and this has been linked by The Athletic, which was David Ornstein, and then later Sky Sports were reporting it as well, that Newcastle have made contact with Crystal Palace as well as facing competition. Largely, it looks like it's going to be Chelsea. Whether that's true or not, if it's initial contact, is it just an approach? Or is it a bid? It didn't say it was a bid. It said it was an approach. So, look, he would be a statement signing for the season that he's just had. And I think I'm right in saying he's going to play for France in the Olympics. I might be wrong because he's got dual nationality. Speaks perfect English, man. That he's obviously in the London area. Still sad that was sold. Maxi, yeah, he's doing well actually. Saint-Maximin in at the minute. Love to get Sesko. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, good player, striker. But look, Olise, I mean, that would solve our right wing position easily. If you sign Olise, if you can get Almiron off the books, and if you can keep Minter. I mean, talk about pace on that right-hand side. I think we've got plenty of squad depth. Left wing, we've got Barnes as long as he stays injury-free. Anthony Gordon, we've got plenty of centre midfield. Tonali's coming back. We'll have the injuries back, and I think we're covered at right back as well. Other areas of the pitch you can choose and nitty pick and what have you, but that'll solve our right wing position. He would be a star. I really do think he will be a star on that right-hand side. What the fee would be, don't know. Look, it'll be big money, I feel, to prize him away. He's a talent. He's an absolute talent. Wonderful free kicks, cutting in from that right-hand side with his left foot. Can go past players. He's clever. He's tricky. Just Palace have done really well from getting him from the Championship, and also Eze as well. I spoke to Les Ferdinand when we had him on the channel, and I was asked him the question, how much of a talent is Eze? And he said the boys can go really high. Look at him now. He's an England player. Do you know what I mean? So, they're just... Yeah, I would like to say that. Is there any truth in it? I think there's a little bit of truth. I did want to give it the applause, but I think you'll have a bit of a magical touch if we can get him. I think he will. I think he will bring it. Look, I don't think it's a serious bid as of yet, but we'll just watch this step because What a talent, man. Unbelievable. As I just keep saying it because I think he's class. I think he's just so dynamic, scores goals. He's had a few injuries last season, don't get me wrong, but he would be a great buy for Newcastle, I'm telling you. He'd be a great buy for Chelsea as well. He would be an absolute great buy. He just said he wants to join Chelsea, says Kenny. Oh, well, there we go then. But still, he would be a great buy for it would be a fantastic buy. And speaking of Chelsea wingers, we are going to come to one in a minute. I'm going to get straight to this because this is, you might have seen this blow up on Twitter, yes, and I'm actually going to put the count up and the tweet up because he's actually deleted the initial tweet. And it caused a massive stir. You can see it to your right-hand side. That Bruno's release clause is agreed according to what I've been told tonight. I'll squint there because I can't take it in full. And then he kind of backtracks a little bit. Take with a pinch of salt. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Why is this being so? Why have you deleted it, first of all? Traction, getting too many negativity. It's actually made the Chronicle come out and say that the clause hasn't been activated. And then Lee Wright has actually said that I think it's the 24th it passes, which is only 11 days. And again, you can talk about the 24th, you can talk about the end of the month. Why make shite up if you get told? You know, yous lot at home will get told stuff. We get told stuff. One of us works in the media. One of us has very, very close ties to Newcastle United. We didn't get on Twitter and say, oh, I've heard this, you know what I mean? Fuck off, man. Bullshit, spreading shite, lies, absolute fucking lies. Whoever's told you that, nah. Or you're making it up to get clicks, not having it. Not having it. And of course, the fucking not in the know accounts, because you'll know who they are. There'll be one or two of them piping up in the next week or two, saying this, saying that. Nah, not having that. Crackers, man. Absolutely crackers. Bruno said he's going to let God decide his future. I'm not confident, he says. I think he will stay. I think he'll give it another year. I've said that already. And he's going, I think, why would I have £100 million release clause in his contract, though? Well, again, that has to be activated pretty soon. So, we're mid-June? That's got to be done pretty quick. But look, I just didn't like, especially if you're a Newcastle fan, stirring the pot because you're not going to get traction. You're not going to. Why would you say it? Even if you know, why would you even put that out? Do you know what I mean? It's causing an upset. You just look stupid. Because you do, let's be honest. Crackers, man. Absolute fucking crackers. Why you would do that. Didn't get me started with in the no accounts. Moving forward, we have been linked to this Brazilian wonder kid. Now, I didn't know much about him. I'm not going to lie to you. Nathan Fernandez. And it's come from the Brazilian outlet, Grêmio. And, you know, Brazil always have talent coming through. Mad country, big country. Loads of youth prodigies come through, move to Europe. Most of them head to Portugal, naturally, speak the language, then move on to Spain, Italy, and what have you. But can I see anything into this? 20 million? Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Nah, not happening. It's just a link from a foreign source. Because why would Newcastle go and pay 20 million for a lad who probably doesn't really get much game time, to be honest? If you play him up top, great. That could be the third choice. Work permit issues. Remember, we've left... I'm not going to get into politics because Christ and money, but remember when we left the EU, you would have a problem getting a permit, I believe. So that's a no-go. Tammy Abraham for 20 million, says Kenny. Yeah, I haven't got him on this video, but if it comes a little bit more serious, because obviously that's a cut-down price. We had a little bit of a chat in our WhatsApp earlier on. The lads from NFTV were saying that some would take him, some wouldn't. For 20 million, I think you've got to take Tammy Abraham for 20 million because he's fitter than Callum Wilson. And I is like, for third choice or even second choice, for 20 million. If it's true, you would, wouldn't you? Surely you've got it for that small amount because that's it's not your problem fix, but at least it's a young lad who scored goals, not for fun, but he's scored regular in Serie A. A good consistency, don't get me wrong, but look, we'll see. We'll see on that with the Tammy Abraham one. I haven't really talked about that because it's not a link to Newcastle as of yet. It'll probably be tomorrow when we do the videos. But we are actually going to open it up to inviting yous on over the weekend to have a chat with us about this. And if you don't want to show your on screen, you didn't want to come on, we can even do phone calls as well with this behind us, the roadcaster. So yeah, we're going to open it up. But look, I think, yeah, this link, it's not happening. It's just not happening. Now, I want to talk about Martin Dubravka next. Now, the reason why, he's not so much, it's not a transfer link, but it's what he said the day. If you've seen the course of Dubravka, he was asked by the media, obviously, he's said first and foremost that he's focusing on the Euros, which I get, fair enough, because it's very close. Literally the first game's tomorrow. And Dubravka was asked the question about if Newcastle were to bring in James Trafford. And he said, I don't want to talk about it. He said he's basically sick of it. He's tired of it. Doesn't want to talk about it. And he's like, he must be already sick of it. He sees his name linked. He's already mentioned that agents come to him. And he's always been approached and stuff like that. So he says that has happened. So for me, it come across as a little bit strong. Have a look in Google what he said. Just have a look at it. I thought it come across as quite strong. He said he's sick of it. I didn't care about it. He doesn't care. I'm sick of it. And I just thought that was like, ooh, that's interesting. So a little bit of feistiness with Martin Dubravka. So maybe there is a bit of truth. I think he will be heading off. I think it's time for Dubravka to head out. 1 year left. 35-year-old. Get a little bit of money in, get the wages off, bring Trafford in. That would probably make a little bit of sense, to be honest with you. But he just wasn't very happy, was he? From what he said, Kenny's mentioned there, he said, I don't care. Spot on. You're absolutely right. 100%. And then we're going to come up to our last one of today as well, which, of course, I did say we'll come back to Chelsea winger. Ooh, I don't know what's happened there. What happened to me graphic? It's literally just gone off. Ooh, that's bad. Right, I'll put that back on. This is what happens when you're live, you know. So let me have a little look. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. And then I will fix the camera. Why has that disappeared? That is rather annoying. Interesting. Let me see if I can try and fix that whilst I'm here. Whilst we are live. If not, I'll change it. But obviously, Madueke has been linked to us. Oh, there we go. There we go. You know what it is? Got to design our list before you go live. But there we go. But raw, unpredictable. Obviously had a great spell out the Eredivisie, didn't he? For PSV. And if Olise was to cut, if they were to get Olise, look, I don't know how I feel about it. First of all, the link to it, I don't believe it's true. I think it's poor. That's from the eye. Not literally my eye. But I just don't think there is any truth in that at all. Having an interest in a player is different to actually the next steps and the next steps after that. Because, Eddie Howe might have about 20 right wingers listed. Doesn't mean to say he's gone after 5 and approached them all. But look, I don't think anything's happened. I think he's got ability. I think he has potential. I don't think he's at his peak yet. I think he's probably 70 to 75% potential. I don't think he's at for 100% yet. But look, you compare it. If Olise was to go to Chelsea, is he better than what we've got? Yes, he is. But you're not comparing it against a great standard, are you? You're comparing it against Jacob Murphy. You're comparing it against Miguel Miron and possibly Yankuba Minta if he hangs around, which I still think he needs to have a pre-season. But look, I don't know. I'm kind of like 50-50 on it because I want to see Minta give it a chance, and I do think there is better right wingers out there. Sam's a big fan of Kubo. I'm a big fan of Nico Williams. I think if you're going to go and sign a right winger, go make it one of your star buys if you can, if you've got the money to do it. And I do think Newcastle do have a bit of money. Can make that star signing. Madueke, there's potential, but obviously you can get him on the cheap potentially, couldn't you? So there could be his fee could rocket in the next year or two if he has another good couple of years. But will he get game time if Michael Olise signs? For me, on this list today, I'm more excited about Michael Olise. 100% I am. Because if he was to come, I think it would solve our right wing position 100%. Of course he would. But let me know how you feel about that. Talk for Us TV. I hope you're doing all right. There's been some crazy transfer rumours and the window doesn't even open Doesn't even open to midnight yet. Yeah, I know. It's mental, isn't it? I bet you're linked as well, mate. I bet you've linked to every player with Forest, with your wheeler dealer Greek owner. Williams would be too much as the team he plays for. He would be, but I think it would be a statement. If we were in an ideal world, this isn't Football Manager, don't get me wrong. If you can have Williams, how much does Williams cost? 60 million upwards, 70 million. Then you can get your backup goalkeeper, get a couple of people off the books, get a third choice striker. I think that'll be a relatively good window because you've solved the problem, which is for me his priority is right wing. I think that is. You've got Lloyd Kelly already through the door, as you can see on the screen. He's now there, but affording these players ain't the problem. But everything boils down to wages. Every link boils down to wages, and this is where it's going to challenge with us. Yeah, and obviously, no European football. Some players might look at that and think, "Not joining news when this team can offer me." And it might be a lesser team, and maybe a lesser league, even potentially. But that's price to pay. But even if I said this, even if Newcastle don't sign anybody else and have injury-free season, they get top 5 for me. They get top 5. Simple as that. We don't have European football to worry about as well. How much does it cost to buy Hayden off? I think he's still got, 2-3 years left? What we're going to do with him, I'm going to keep loaning him out. Fraser should join Southampton. That should solve itself. A lot of free agents have gone, which is great. Jamal Lewis only has 1 year left on his deal. If you practically loan Lewis out, he's effectively left the club. So it's Hayden, I feel, because Fraser's only got 1 year left as well. If you can get Hayden off the books, I think that's a big one, because even if you were to loan Fraser out for a season, again, he's effectively gone. But there we go. That's your rumours. I'm not actually finished the needs. I'm going on another channel in 8 minutes' time. So I'm actually going to head over to John St. Clair, my guy. If you want to come over and have a little spy, me and John are going to be talking for probably up to now about all things Newcastle and probably a little bit about Japan because both of us are going. But I head over to John Sinclair TV and I'll be live on there starting from 9 o'clock in a few minutes' time. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Drop us a like. See you very shortly here on NFTV.